And right now, Pat Pagano, I walked out of my house, and there's a big puddle of ice out in front of the house.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Ice. It's where somebody parked, and they shouldn't have when I had the lawn. My landlord did over the lawn where we had drainage in. And so somebody actually pulled in there. It was either one of the people that watch my animals or else one of the food deliveries. And they left a big hole there. And so it filled with water. And now it's ice. So the squirrels can skate if they want.
And what are you gonna do?
Well, it's out of my way. It's not in my
Oh,
way.
okay.
It's not in my way. I have a straight line shot out of my house to the car. But I got a feeling unless we get some really warm weather, it's going to be there all winter. And even if we get really warm winter, it'll still be a puddle, and it's got to be dry and warm for a bunch of days for it to go away. So I'm not sure it's ever going away until the springtime.
Well, I mean, temps today will be in the mid 40s, so that's way above freezing.
Yeah, but the ground's cold.
Well, the ground's not as cold as you would think it is. It's the grounds are still just above freezing. You know, you have to go a little bit further down, like 2 inches down, to for the ground to be a little bit warmer. So I would say surface is pretty close to that freezing mark, but 1 or 2 inches below the surface is above freezing. So that should help it defrost. But we are forecasting a rain or snow shower around today, widely scattered, breezy, and then tonight partly cloudy, upper 20s. So again, you're looking at freezing. Sunny clouds, some flurries, brisk 40 to 45 for Friday. Saturday, partly sunny and 40. Sunday, another front goes by, so the wind beeps up. Sun and clouds, chance of snow showers, 35 to 40. You'll be in the 40s come Monday. Right now, we're looking at some of the computer models, and they're pretty much in the same camp that there is going to be a storm over the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, which is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, I don't know what some of these forecasters are looking at, but I looked at the European this morning, and the European is saying that it's going to duck out to the south of us the whole time. The GFS, the American model, originally was bringing the stuff in for Thursday night, Thanksgiving night into Friday. And it was brought up a big winter storm. Now it's backed off and saying it's more like Saturday. So, in my experience, it's probably going to be more like Friday night into Saturday. And the Canadian model goes along with that. It's only the euro that seems to be out at this point. I'm going to take a look at that again right now just to make sure that I have it right before I pass on wrong information. Sunday is the 27th, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. This model, I'm going to go back just to make sure. For Saturday, Friday night shows one storm in the Ohio Valley and another off the Carolinas, and they show the precip from Pennsylvania to southern New Jersey. That's Friday night. And then by Saturday morning, they have the storm off the Carolinas with the precip still over southern New Jersey and just south of Long Island. That's Saturday morning. And by Saturday night, they're pushing it further and further south. So the euro right now is saying it'll just miss us. But the other models are saying no, it won't, and it'll be here probably Friday night into Saturday. So keep that in the back of your minds. Everything could change. We're more than a week out. So speed is always, timing is always the problem, Marshall. So we'll have to zoom in and look at that. In the meantime, aren't you glad you're not in Buffalo?
Yeah, I saw the. It's funny. I saw the alert come across, and And I just started laughing because, folks, the alert, in case you don't know, an alert came over for lake effect snows in Buffalo. And in some areas, they're saying they can get as much as 4 feet of snow.
Yeah.
4 feet.
Which is
Oh,
really, I mean, I know we laugh at that, but the effects of that could be devastating.
well, yeah,
Uh,
but they're good at getting they're good at getting rid of snow. But when you get 4 feet of snow in, like, let's say
24 hours.
8 to 24 hours, it really complicates everybody's life.
Yeah, because deliveries can't get in and out of the city. People can't get out of their homes. The snow's too high. You have to shovel out. Cars are buried. Can't travel. If God forbid people are sick, and uh, you know you need to get ambulances and things like that. That also becomes a very very big problem. So all the way around, it could be very very devastating, and let's hope that's not the case. But they are forecasting, up there. They are definitely forecasting either 1 to 3 or 2 to 4 feet. I saw one weather service forecast 3 to 6 feet.
Well, what they're saying is, and folks, this isn't an overall everybody up there gets 4 feet of snow. What it is and what they say is, if you're caught in one of those streams that happens to just keep producing and producing and producing,
Hmm.
you're the ones that are going to get just 4 feet of snow. Now, it's bad enough that if you're in the other way places, you're still going to get 2 to 3 feet. But if you're in one of those areas where those streams just keep training, like what sometimes happens here with thunderstorms,
Right.
yeah, it's just I just can't imagine. I can't imagine looking out my front door and seeing 4 feet of snow. I just after one fall, I just can't imagine it.
It's just incredible. It really is. It really is just incredible. Um, but we shall watch it for you. Right now, they're 30 degrees in Buffalo with the visibility about 5 miles, and right now no snow. It was snowing a little bit earlier, but now it's not. So the basic idea is that it will happen this evening, start this evening.
And once again, for people that don't understand, the lake effect snow is when the lake doesn't freeze over, and you get some cold weather, and then you get a front that comes across it, and the air goes over the lake. That's what does it.
Yeah, the lake temperatures up there are in the upper 40s and low 50s. So when you get the cold air passing over that, boy, yeah, and if everything lines up, if all the winds on the ground and aloft wind up, and they line up or align, yeah, you could get big, big, big snow bands.
And the
You
only
know,
reason I know about this is one year, I was up in Cooperstown, okay,
hmm
and it it started snowing. What,
Okay.
what, what is that? It started snowing, and you know what happened? I woke up in the morning, and there was 3 feet of snow, and one of those lake effect bands actually made it to
Yes.
Cooperstown. So I know what it's like to wake up and actually see, from nothing to 3.5, 4 feet of snow
That's
outside.
incredible. Yeah, it does. It comes down. It comes down 2 to 3 inches an hour. I saw somebody on New York TV last night. I will not mention names. I think he meant to say 2 to 3 inches an hour, and on his graphics, and he said 2 to 4 feet an hour. And I gave myself a double look, and I looked at the graphics, and there was just the one apostrophe, and I'm thinking to myself, oh boy, that was wrong, because there's no way 2 to 4 feet could fall in 1 hour. No way.
No, and by the way, when I left, I missed one day of work when they finally plowed it out, and I got to go back to Kingston, about 7 miles south of Cooperstown. There was nothing,
Yeah, that's the way it is. Right.
nothing, nothing.
Yep. It is so localized, very localized, and that's why it's hard to forecast. Because I remember when I was forecasting in Syracuse. I forecast there a long time, like 16, 17 years. I would always say, look for 3 to 5 inches, but 15 to 20 inches in heavier snow bands. I could not detail it anymore for them. You know, the DJ would say, well, where do you think those heavy snow bands are lined up? I said, well, today it looks like it's going to be north of the city. I said, but, you know, we're not sure. It could slip south. And they would do that. They would sometimes be north, and then during the day they would slip south, stay there for a while, and then go back north. So they would fluctuate back and forth. And I would pull my hair out, you know, trying to tell them who's getting the heavy snow and who isn't. I was very happy when I didn't have to do that station anymore. Very happy.
All right. Well, we'll check with you tomorrow. And now
That sounds good. Yeah, tomorrow, TGIF with the weekend forecast. In the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day, Marshall.
I will have a wonderful day. The same to you, Pat.
Thank you.
Take care. Pat Pagano this morning in the Weather Center with a check on our tri-state forecast.